Moscow is pointing straight at London. After an alleged drone strike on President Putin's residence, Russian officials are openly questioning whether Ukraine was merely the front, and British intelligence the hand behind the operation.
I would like to say that this is already becoming common practice. As soon as the negotiation process enters such a delicate phase of searching for solutions, the Ukrainian authorities take provocative steps. As a rule, they act together with their Western curators. First of all, the British style is evident here.
The timing is no coincidence. Days after Western intelligence warnings and hostile rhetoric, Russia says the shadow of MI6 now looms over a brazen attempt to escalate the conflict far beyond the battlefield.
Let's be in no doubt. Our world is more dangerous and contested now than it has been for decades. Conflict is evolving and trust eroding just as new technologies spur both competition and dependence. We are being contested from sea to space, from the battlefield to the boardroom.
For Moscow, this is not about Kyiv acting alone. This is about NATO states, led by Britain, testing red lines, outsourcing risk, and dragging Europe closer to a direct confrontation with Russia.
We all continue to face the menace of an aggressive, expansionist and revisionist Russia seeking to subjugate Ukraine and harass NATO. I find it harrowing that hundreds of thousands have died, with the toll mounting every day because of Putin's historical distortions and his compromised desire for respect. He is dragging out negotiations and shifting the cost of war onto his own population. But Putin should be in no doubt. Our support is enduring. The pressure we apply on Ukraine's behalf will be sustained. Because it is fundamental not just to European sovereignty and security, but to global stability.
Russian officials argue the pattern is familiar. Western intelligence sets the script, Ukraine executes, and Washington, Brussels, and their Baltic cheerleaders provide political cover.
Alongside the grinding war, Russia is testing us in the grey zone with tactics that are just below the threshold of war. It's important to understand their attempts to bully, fearmonger, and manipulate because it affects us all. I'm talking about cyber attacks on critical infrastructure, drones buzzing, airports and bases, aggressive activity in our seas above and below the waves, state-sponsored arson and sabotage, propaganda and influence operations that crack open and exploit fractures within societies.
The alleged attack, according to Moscow, fits into a wider strategy of pressure, covert, deniable, and designed to sabotage any movement toward a negotiated settlement.
The export of chaos is a feature, not a bug, in this Russian approach to international engagement, and we should be ready for this to continue until Putin is forced to change his calculus. We will take calculated risks where the prize is significant and the national interest clear. We will never stoop to the tactics of our opponents, but we must seek to outplay them. In every domain, in every way. So intelligence must drive action. Action must deliver advantage. And advantage must serve Britain's security and prosperity.
Russia maintains that such actions expose the real drivers of escalation, accusing the EU and NATO of hiding behind proxies while fueling instability from the shadows.